Thank you for joining us. It's I can't believe it's been 3 years since we've been on board with Gravity, and obviously I've very much enjoyed getting to know you over that period of time. And we're making great progress with the project itself. So I thought I just start with a few questions. In your opinion, what does Gravity mean to your constituency?
Martin, it's a very important question for us. Bridgewater areas, as you well know, is an industrial heartland. It's an industrial town. We think industrially. We wanted to have a company that took what we were still calling RAF Puriton and turned it into a visionary scheme, and a scheme that would stand the test of time, bring what we wanted into the Bridgewater area, which is, dare I say, it's not service industry, it's industrial. You had this sort of idea, which you said, look, this is what we want to do. And we all said, well, this is actually rather interesting. This is sort of, yeah, we quite like this. And then when you started to build it up, and you were very kind in supplying information to Sedgemoor, myself, and to the town council and others about what your sort of aspirations and hopes were, we suddenly realized this was really, really serious. And you've done wonders for our area. The new road is immeasurably important, and we're very grateful for that. We're also very grateful for the way that you've talked and helped the local community.
Well, thank you for those kind words. I mean, given that we obviously we are very glad ourselves that we're involved in Gravity, and one of the unique things we feel about Gravity is that it's obviously it's very well located. From a services point of view, it's really got everything that a large site would want, and I think in our mind it's probably one of the most important sites in the UK. Do you in your role see sites like this of significant focus and importance to government at the moment?
Well, there's some irony. The other big site, which of course you all know, is Hinkley Point, which just happens to be the other side of Bridgewater from you. This, for one individual site anywhere in the UK, a clear site, flat. As you said, the infrastructure is there: 2 airports, a motorway, a rail link, very good road network, and very high-speed broadband, plus your own water supply and everything else. So everything that you need is there. Now, this is unusual in Britain to get a site which is 600 and something acres, where you can you're shovel ready, basically.
Indeed. And do you see, obviously coming out of what one hopes coming out of COVID-19? Do you see the government digging deep in terms of infrastructure projects? And presumably, part of your conversations in Westminster are about promoting schemes such as Gravity and trying to entice government to really get behind them and supercharge the effort.
Oh, absolutely. And government must. It has to invest in infrastructure. There's no choice. I mean, we've got to get the economy going again after this period. And the way to do that, as you've rightly pointed out, is actually investment. But the government itself sees these things, and it doesn't matter if it's nuclear or Gravity or whatever it is, they see this as a win-win for UK PLC all the way through, because we are getting inward investment. We're getting external investment. We're showcasing what we can do. And Gravity, it actually is unique. I mean, you're talking about a major part of Slough industrial estate, which is what you're building. It's that big, you think, good Lord. I mean, I suspect acreage size, it's certainly probably bigger than Canary Wharf, 660 acres. You've got to put this,
Well, it's the same size as the City of London, of course, being a square mile. But recently, Ian, we've seen in the press some quite a lot of chatter. Perhaps it is just chatter about Tesla's potential interest in the UK, or renewed interest in the UK, having obviously last year plumbed for a factory in Berlin. And we've even seen some rumour of Elon Musk being in the UK and having specific interest in Gravity. If Mr. Musk was listening, what would you say to him about your views of Tesla coming to Gravity?
We have a site that's comparable anywhere in the world. We can train people, we can build on it straight away, we can get your product in and out, we can do all the things that you would like as a tech entrepreneur and make it work for you, and make it work in a way that you could be proud and we could be proud, because we are partnership workers. It doesn't matter if you're the MP, the district council, the county council, the government. We will work together to make your dreams come true.
Well, I'm sure that will be extremely welcome news. I mean, I often look at the part of the world that we're in, and Sedgemoor and your constituency, and I think the area affords such huge opportunity and potential. Clearly we have the Northern Powerhouse, we have the Midlands Engine, but I don't think there's any reason why your area shouldn't really be focused heavily on clean growth, and indeed perhaps have an aspiration to become the sort of Palo Alto of the UK. We've got fantastic educational facilities in Bath, Bristol, Exeter, and of course the college. But what strikes me as being important, Ian, is that on Gravity, obviously our desire, as you well know, because we've talked about it, is to create a mixed use environment where we can harness the beauty of the local area. We can provide jobs, we can provide housing, and of course we can help the mobility issue, because at the moment we have 8,000 people leaving the Sedgemoor area each morning to work elsewhere. We're about to go through a process of really shaping up the planning with Gravity, and I presume that sort of mixed work and play environment is something that you subscribe to.
Oh heavens, yes. I mean, you can't get a more beautiful part of the world than ours, really. You've got Exmoor, you've got our coastline, you've got, well, the Quantocks, which is the other range of hills. You have Glastonbury Festival just down the road. We are part of a very beautiful area, and they're not far away. 2 hours London, 3 hours by plane Edinburgh. You've got so much. But you're right in what you say. We educate people very, very well in the West Country, and we want to keep those people in the West Country. The Northern Powerhouse and all these other things are an aspirational dream over a much bigger area with sites not as good as this, and not certainly one single site unless you chop into the green belt. So we can do that. So the life-work balance is crucial. We have excellent schools, I mean private and public, and we also, as you've already pointed out, have 3 incredible universities and probably one of the most remarkable tertiary colleges in the United Kingdom. It's all there. It's anybody comes down, you're going to be proud to live in our area.
Well, I mean, what I can say, Ian, is that your support has been absolutely unwavering and marvellous, and also, highlighting the support of Sedgemoor. They've been absolutely superb in their approach, very accommodating, very forward-thinking, and I'd like to think that that's reflected in the entire environment within the southwest, and particularly, obviously, within your constituency area. We've been applying to government for various funding schemes, and one of the big focuses that we have is on the rail coming into the site, which we believe can be reinstated for both foot passengers and freight. And of course, I think that's going to make a huge difference, and that really is a unique selling point of the site. And again, presumably you're wholeheartedly behind that rail reinstatement.
Oh, I'd love it. I mean, we've got the bridge there, we've got everything's there bar the track. The station, everything is there. I think all we've got to decide, I think between us, and that's Sedgemoor and you and everyone else, is what sort of railhead you're going to have. It's obviously going to be goods. It'd be nice to have passenger, and it's just down to the quality and the strength of the rails. But no, totally. And there aren't many people who can say they're putting in a railhead, I can tell you.
Anyway, I'll leave you on that note, Ian, but just to say, for those that are watching this, Sedgemoor is ready to welcome you with open arms, as is Gravity, one of the most exciting projects in the UK. Thank you very much, Ian Liddell-Grainger.